When you're in a wetland, it looks like a wild place. It's not neatly manicured like your lawn, and it has a lot of places to hide. And so that's really great for wild animals. And wetlands are hotspots of biodiversity in West Virginia. In West Virginia, wetlands only make up less than 1% of our land surface, but 23% of our species live on that tiny amount of surface, and 44% of our rare species are all compressed onto that tiny, less than 1% of our land surface. And that's partly because of the abundance of water, the abundance of plant life. There's lots of food in wetlands, all kinds of things to eat because there are so many plants just choking in, filling in all the little niches under logs and on the sides of hummocks, and in every little place there are different kinds of plants that offer a beautiful pantry of food for our wildlife species. So we have beavers, muskrats, and herons, and river otters that use wetlands. There are star-nosed moles and four-toed salamanders. There are all kinds of wonderful creatures that live in our wetlands and call them home. And these wild places are often right in our neighborhoods. They don't necessarily have to be acres and acres of wetlands. It can be just a little patch of wetland that is home to a surprising number of species, especially frogs, toads, salamanders, birds, and small mammals.
I think each season that you can go out into a wetland, you're going to find different experiences. So in West Virginia, we have several different types of wetland habitats. Where we're at today, this is more of a lowland wetland. It's forested. It even has some open wet meadows and vernal pools, things like that. But in other parts of our state, we have high elevation wetlands that have species that are not found anywhere else in the United States, except for maybe up in North America and in the Canadian provinces. And even though we don't have a lot of wetlands, they're not grand, large places, they host a lot of biodiversity. So we have a lot of important species that visit, raise their young in these wetlands, and can be found there in maybe no other parts of our state.